What is up, One Piece Nation? Welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about the Kaido starter deck. So this is our team's build on the limited deck battles, basically the 2 starter decks and all the promos that came out. You put it together and you make the best deck you can. So this is our team's version of it. We practiced a lot, and honestly I think this deck is probably one of the nastiest starter decks right now, if not the best. Anyways, it has an activate main that you remove 7 of your Dawn back to your Dawn deck, and then you get to trash one of your opponent's life cards, so they don't get to get it to their hand. It's super generic. I love it. It's going to be playable for a long time. You know, just generic stuff is always good. And then for the first card, we have African American Maria. She is just our generic blocker, you know, but she costs 1 more energy than normal blockers, I think, because she has counter power. You know, that's not normal for most blockers. So we run her at 4 because, you know, it's the blocker package. We can't run it any less. Then we run 3 X-Drakes. So it's just the generic 3 for 5. And it has counter power, so, you know, that's another reason we kept it around, because purple, while being amazing, quite lacks on counter power. I cannot lie to you guys. It's just purple's so nasty it really doesn't need counter power, but people that know purple and know how it plays know that they can abuse that we don't have counter power. So we run 4 of Sasaki. Sasaki just says you remove a Dawn, draw a card. You know, it's not the best, it's not the worst, it's really there more for the counter power, but sometimes you do want to draw and it'll help you out a lot. Plus, it's really good when it's on the field. It'll get rid of those little 1-drop Bonnies or whatever else, you know? So now we run 4 Jack. He, again, is just a 3-drop 4K, counter 1000, main reason we're running him. You trash a card from your hand, add 1 card from your Dawn deck that says it's active. A lot of times you're going to have a lot of dead cards sometimes, like an extra Onigashima or maybe a 9-drop or a 7 or the King. So he's really good just because you get rid of it and you ramp. So if you don't see your Onigashima too, you're not completely dead. Like, this guy he's not better than Onigashima, but, you know, it'll help out in a pinch. Then probably the most meta card, or one of the most meta cards in here, you know, because we obviously run the 9-drop rush. Who's Who, on play, Dawn -1, you KO one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 3 or less, so this is amazing, gets rid of blockers, and it has a trigger to play, so even better, your opponent swings with you, they miss sequence, they played their blocker before it was the end of their turn, now boom, you blow up their blocker, and now next turn you're getting in there, so mandatory 4 of, the card's super meta. I don't think it'll be going down from a 4 for a long time, even when Romance Dawn comes out. Then, of course, how could we play Kaido and not run Onigashima Island at 4? So this card is so necessary. You literally are going to have to mulligan. If you don't get this in your opening 5, you definitely have to mulligan and just pray that you see it. If you see it in your opening, no matter how garbage your hand is, you keep it. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just the power this card has. Every turn, you get to free ramp an energy. And even if you see 2, this card's not dead completely, because if you play it, boom, ramp a Dawn, play a new one, this will go to your trash, boom, ramp another Dawn. So they're not terrible to see multiple copies in hand, but you can't run it anything less than 4. This just makes playing Kaido so much easier with all the minus Dawn that you have to go through, so 4 of. Then, of course, 4 of ulti. This is our 2K combo, 2K counter. So this is a trap. If you've ever seen a trap, look at ulti and recognize the trap that's her face. So what she says is you minus a Dawn and you play 1 page card, the energy cost of 4 or less from your hand. So that sounds great, right? Like, literally, like any other situation, this is the next card. It sounds fire. Wow, you're for 4 energy, you're playing 2 4-drops, a 6 and a 5. What great value, right? Trash. Like, they're really good, and you can't not run it just because he's a 4-drop 6. But the debt that summoning both of these cards at the same time causes you, not even the minusing Dawn, but losing 3k counter power in a deck where you don't have a lot of counter power, it's actually like, don't play it. It's a trap. It's a trap. So keep her in hand. Keep her in hand. Once she's on the field, you can't get that counter power back. And people who are smart and know to rush Kaido, you need every drop of counter power in your hand. So then, of course, we run 4 page 1. It's just your generic 4 drop 6k. Sometimes, you can play a 1k counter out of your hand. Like, I'd play a page 1 if there was really nothing else to play. But you want to play your boss monsters. This is more in here for the counter power and just if you're really like, you got nothing else to play. But honestly, I promise, if you end up having to play these guys, you almost guarantee lose the game anyways because you're not playing the deck the way it's supposed to be played. And then next up, we have for Queen. So it's a 5 drop 6k blocker with 1000 counter power. We love it. And then on play, Dawn -1, you draw 2 cards and trash 1 card from your hand. This guy's amazing for cycling. It's amazing for defense because, like I said, your only real blocker is this, and it dies as soon as it blocks. So this is like a continuous get out of jail free against your opponent's leader card. Because remember, if you're playing Kaido right, you're blowing up their field. They shouldn't have a lot of battle card swings. This guy handles the leader. So now your opponent's completely locked out from your life. And yeah, he's just so good because, like I said, you get rid of the extra Onigashimas in your hand or the extra Kaidos or Kings. And yeah, Queen's just so good. You got to run him at 4. Amazing. Now we get to the boss monsters of the deck. Oh, look at how good that King looks. Just take 2 seconds. We're going to appreciate that. But he is a 6 drop 7k. That his effect says for Dawn -1, KO one of your opponent's battle cards or energy cost of 4 or less. So literally your turn 3, you should drop him, blow up your opponent's 4 drop or whatever they just played the turn before. Now your opponent just wasted 4 energy and you have a 7k body on board. So literally this guy's a 4 of, like, you have to run him at 4. I've had games where I have like 3 of them in hand. It sucks when you're opening and like, oh no, but when you drop 3 of them in a row, your opponent's saying, oh no. So definitely you'd rather see too much of him than not enough because people lost starter deck. Like if you only had 1 starter deck and it only comes with 2 of these, you might not see these guys at all. But now you run 4, you're going to see it. You're going to see at least 1. And then we go into the next one, of course. The king himself, Kaido, my literal favorite card in the deck. So this guy's busted. He literally says for 9 energy, I'm staying on the field forever. I am the king. So if you watch any of our battles that are going to be coming out, like we are going to have a gauntlet and stuff where Kaido goes through everyone, you'll see there's some games where literally I'm dropping 2. I could even on kill turn drop a 3rd one if I wanted to, so much value. Literally, like I said, a 9 drop 10k. That you have to get rid of 5 Dawn, but if you have Onigashima, it's really 4. And then you KO one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 6 or less, and this character gains rush. That means you could swing. So you blow up a card on their field, and then you swing at their other card in rest mode, and then you just play a little defense, like literally take out their field, right? So this guy says take out 2 cards, and then you're fine. And then they can't kill this. What are they going to do? Go all the way up to 10? That's literally what a lot of people try. Like, green has no answer. Red has no answer. Blue has no answer. You can't bounce this. You can't blow it up with, like, a Gum Gum Jet Pistol. Like, unless you're playing purple and you can play a Kaido to swing into another Kaido, like, there's no easy way to get rid of this. So busted. Literally 4 of. Sometimes, like I said, it gets a little cloggy. I've had it where like I have 2 of these in opening hand and I'm like, oh, but then you play 2 of them and you're like, yeah. So too good not to run 4. And then we're gonna go ahead and go to the event cards. Like I said, Kaido struggles with aggro. Like if Red's getting their rush on, you're feeling it. If you can't blow up their cards quick enough, this card is your get out of jail free card. For 1 energy, you remove the Dawn. So the Dawn you tap for, you remove it. and then you get plus 4,000 power to your leader or your character. So this card's so good. I've had it where I set up 2 energy, leave 2, like I have 2 of these in hand. I leave up 2 energy on my opponent's kill turn. I survive. I literally survive because they pump and dump on their only 2 swings, and this gets you out. They go up to 8, and you say 9. So this card's amazing. Like, it's so good. And then last but not least, Brachio Bomber. We run it at 3. Honestly, we really debated going up to like the 4th just because at the trigger, add 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck instead of active. So good. But like it's just like I said, it's more non-combo power A, but we have other stuff like the 9-drop Kaido that does the exact same thing. You KO a 6. Like obviously this does it for 6 energy instead of 9. But I'd rather, tap the extra 3 energy if I had to, or even like for 6 exactly, I'd rather play a king and blow up a 4, So this ramps you in energy too when you KO a 6, but like, I don't know. Basically, it's only really good off the trigger, and any other time it's just dead in your hand. It does come up, but like I said, you're gonna play a king or a Kaido over this, so it's so good though. But yeah, I mean, if you guys want, you could put it at 4 on your list and try it out, but getting it off trigger feels amazing, but anything other than that, it's probably dead in your hand. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Let us know if you like it. Let us know if you played at your locals and win. Drop a little comment, say, hey, thanks for the deck profile. We won at our locals. So, yeah, but just, if you didn't even like the deck profile, drop that too. Let us know. We want to hear from you guys, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Honestly, we put some time into trying to make these as good as possible. We don't want to put out bad content for you. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.